Okay, so as you can see here, we have the City of Bethlehem's page. So we'll navigate from there just because I think it will be easier to know where to start. So we're on bethlehem-pa.gov. From here, you're going to hover over departments here on the top left, click on Community and Economic Development, and then we're on our Community and Economic Development homepage. From here, on the bottom right of our services section, you'll just click on Community Recovery Fund. And now we're on the Community Recovery Fund's homepage. Now this page houses all the information that you'll need about the Community Recovery Fund. We have information here about the surveying we did, the initiatives that we are trying to fund. Below here, you'll see our info session recording that we did on February 1st. And if you were unable to make that and would like to view it, it has a lot of very helpful information in it, so feel free. You'll also notice here we have our Community Recovery Fund grant guidelines. I highly encourage you to read those as well before starting your application. There's a lot of very helpful context in there. And then you'll notice right here, it says apply here. So we'll just click on that. And now we are in our Neighborly portal. So you have the two options here. You'll see that there's the two tabs for sign in and register. And you'll see that we're under the sign in one because it's underlined in blue. We're going to toggle over here to register. Now, if you're a new user, you have not used our Bethlehem Neighborly account for anything to apply for other grants, you'll register. So you'll just type your email address in here. It will then be prompted to send you a verification code to that email. Once you receive that verification code, you'll enter it, and then you will be able to put in your name and create a password. Now that creates your account. However, since I already have an account, I'm just going to go over here to sign in. I'm going to type in my email address and my password. And we'll just click sign in. Okay, so here we are on the Bethlehem Neighborly homepage. So this first section here, we have the view/continue an existing application. You'll notice here I have a couple applications that I was just running tests through, but this will be a very helpful section for you when you start your application. If you save it and you want to come back to it, it'll say application in progress, and you'll be able to view it and make changes to your application there. Now, to start a new application, we're going to scroll down to the Start a New Application section. And then all the way at the bottom here, we have the Community Recovery Fund. So we'll just click right here, click Start a New Application, and then you're prompted to enter a name for your application. Now we're looking for the name of the project or program that you're looking to fund. So for example, if I were to be looking to fund, let's say, a literacy program, this is where I would type in new literacy program. So it doesn't have to be the name of your organization. It does not have to be super in-depth, just generally something that we can help track what the project is. Now, for our purposes, I'm just going to put in test 1. Then we'll start our application. So here, it's just letting you know that you are starting the application process. If you have any questions, there's my email and phone number for you to reference. But we'll just click here to continue. And now we've opened the application. So the first section is section A. This is just where you are putting in the information about the contact information about your organization, who you're applying on behalf of, and then of course your contact information. So you will notice here that there is a little blue blue question mark next to some questions. Now this is just some of these questions, not a lot, but if you have them, that just gives a little bit more context about the question. So here, if we hover over it, it just says, if applicable. Now this is in terms of the organization's alias. So if your organization does not have an alias, you don't have to fill in this question. Now you'll also notice if we scroll to the bottom here, that there is a section, or there's a button to save. So it's a really good idea to save your application whenever possible. You'll notice, even though I don't have anything filled in yet, I can still save the application. So this software does not auto save for you. And that's an important note because sometimes if the page refreshes or you're logged out, any progress that you do not save will be lost. So it's a very good idea to save your progress whenever possible. Now you'll also notice down here next to save, there is the complete and continue button. This will move you from section to section of the application once a section is complete. But you'll notice now if I click on it, it does not navigate me to the next section. And the reason for that is because you can see here now these boxes are highlighted in red. These are required fields. And if I don't fill in a required field, it does not consider the section complete. Now, of course, we understand that you may want to navigate in between sections without completely completing one, which is understandable. So you can do that and you can navigate between sections here on the left-hand side of the page. So you see we're currently in the contact information, which is section A. However, we're going to move over to section B, and you can do that just by clicking on it over here. Now that we're in section B, this is the organization information section. So this is where we're looking for, more information about what your organization does, its mission, when it was founded, what demographics you serve. So you can just fill in these questions. We'll pause, let you read them. And of course, then at the bottom, we have the save and complete and continue options. We're going to navigate over to section C now, which is the program information. Now, the program information, this is where we're looking for the bulk of the information for your application. This is where all the short answers are and where we're looking for information and details about what projects you're looking to be funded. So we notice question C1, we're asking for the total amount requested. If you hover over the blue question mark, it just has a note there that is an important thing for applicants to note that the city does reserve the right to award less funds than requested. So that's just an important note there. But we'll scroll down and you can see these questions here. And you will note that the short answer questions, we are asking if folks can please stay within 250 words or less in these responses. Something that may be helpful is that you can type your responses out in a Word document, which easily keeps track of your word count. This may be also a useful tool for applicants because then you have all your responses saved. We'll just scroll to let everyone read these questions quickly. And then moving on to section D, which is our funding and budget section. Here, we're just looking to learn more about what the funding avenues are for this project or program and what the overall budget will be. So you'll notice here you have to include an itemized budget, which is just a document that you can upload. And then we're going to move on to our last section, which is the documents section. So here's where you'll upload all important documents, all relevant documents to your application and your organization. You'll actually notice in this section that it is none of these documents are required for you to upload because we understand that not every organization may have everything that we're asking for. But it's really helpful for the strength of your application and for our reviewing process if you upload as many of these as are relevant to your organization. So if you have all of these, uploading all of them would be very helpful, but just upload as many as you can, and that will help us get more context about your organization. Now, to upload a required document, or I guess just a document, you'll just click on Upload File here, and this will prompt your computer's File Explorer to open. And then from there, you'll just click on the document that you're looking to upload, and it will be added to your application. So another feature that could be helpful for organizations that the software has, you'll notice on the left here, we have print application. So if you would like to print your questions or your responses, you can do so. So you just click on that, and as you can see down here, it downloaded as a PDF onto my desktop. So if you have inputted any information, if you've filled out any responses, they will be included in this PDF. But if, like, for example, mine will just be the questions because we haven't inputted any information. So that is those features. Now you'll notice that there is a submit button here to submit your application, but it is not clickable for us right now. And that's because we have not filled out all the required fields. So we won't be able to submit the application without filling in the required information. But once all the required information is filled in, you'll be prompted to submit the application. Now, I just want to note that you cannot edit the applications after they've been submitted. So it's important to make sure that you review it very carefully before you submit it, because we won't be able to make any changes. Now, if we click up here on the top left on the Bethlehem logo, that will bring us back to the Neighborly homepage. And you can see now here is my application that I've started under view/continue existing applications. So you can go and view and edit this anytime you want. And then it just prompts you to go back through the sections like I just showed you. Now, I'd like to just reiterate that this does not auto-save any of your information. So if you input information here and do not hit save, and then you navigate back to the homepage or you log out for some reason, your information will not be saved. So it's very important, and for your own convenience, that you save whenever you can. But with that being said, that was our tutorial of Neighborly. If you do have any questions while you start the application, if any questions are unclear, or if you have any technical issues, please feel free to email me. My email is mallen@bethlehem-pa.gov, and I'd be happy to help you out. But if anyone has any questions, you can put them in the chat and I can answer them. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's any questions. So I appreciate y'all taking your time to be here today. This will be uploaded to the city's website on the community recovery page for your convenience. So if you need any kind of refresher on this as you're filling out your application, it will all be on there. But thank you all again for being here, and we hope this was helpful, and good luck with your applications. So thank you, everyone. Take care.